Hey everybody, I wanted to make a quick video this week because I had a really big meeting with the technology department last week and have lots of important things that you probably need to know. So the first one is about teacher laptops. As many of you know, new teacher laptops were ordered. We were supposed to get them in October, but never really got more specific than that. I have more specific, so that's good. The laptops have been delivered and they're currently getting the WSFCS etching on them. So as soon as that is done, they will be checked out to teachers and delivered to the schools for distribution. They're thinking the end of this month, beginning of next month. Now that does mean that it'll be a new laptop. You have to turn in the old one to get the new one. Makes sense. And you will have to re-download everything, just like when you did the re-imaging. Okay, so start thinking about now what are programs that you might need to have loaded onto the new laptop, okay? And I'll be working on some things that may help you do that a little bit faster or better as that date gets closer. The second thing I need to talk about is the new tripod setups in our classrooms. Okay, so if you are not a classroom teacher, stop the video. The rest of it does not pertain to you. But if you're a classroom teacher, you better pay attention because this is very important. Okay, we have two different setups in this building. So we've got the old white red cats that are separate from your technology cart, and we have the speaker towers that are attached to your technology cart. Okay, depending on which one you have, does depend just a little bit on where your wires go. It's not a huge deal, but there are two different setups. At some point, you will need to learn how to use it, okay? And I know several of you have been asking me about professional development and what is that gonna look like and when will it be. So I'm gonna start offering some professional developments for people to get trained on that, but it's gotta be in person. Like, I am all for virtual whatever as much as we can, but it needs to be in person for you to actually see where things go and how it's going to work. Okay, I'm gonna offer one for each setup this Friday because I know some of you really want to know before you get back into your classrooms, and a Flex Friday has a little more flexibility, so that's available. And Wednesday next week during plannings, I am going to be running a session because I know Encore will be back in the building and 6th grade will be back in the building, so that if you don't come Friday, you have to come to the meeting, location to be determined, during your planning next Wednesday, because nobody has PLTs on Tuesdays, or nobody has PLTs on Wednesdays. And I haven't made anybody come to any meetings with me all year long because I knew I needed to save it for something big. This is something big. You gotta do it, okay? So please don't make me be a bad guy that has to chase you down and be like, rah, rah, rah. Don't do that, okay? Just show up. I am going to run it again for when 7th and 8th grade teachers return to the building, since I know that you're not required to be back in next Monday. That being said, you are more than welcome to do it ahead of time. Part of the reason we have those 2 weeks where you're back but the kids aren't is so that we can make sure everything's set up right, that we've got all the kinks worked out. So I encourage you as soon as possible to start teaching like you actually will, in the physical location you actually will be in once students return. Okay, so please make sure you use the sign up link to let me know which time slot you intend on coming to receive the training. It is not binding. It's not like, oh, you must do this. It's just so that I have a rough idea of how many people I'm going to be dealing with. I also am including, when these tech setups were originally purchased, I was one of the people that piloted it. And I did a video for the school board about this is how it works, this is why it's good, why it's not. And I'll tell you, I've tested a whole bunch of different setups for this, and I've used some different setups, and it really is pretty good for what it is. So I'm gonna attach that video in the Tech Tuesday this week, mostly just so that some of you that are really stressed out about this can look and see and get kind of a preview of how it works. The quality is not the best. I did not have a ton of time to do it, but feel free to check that out if you have more questions. So make sure you sign up for a time or indicate when you will do the training for the new speaker systems and the new camera systems. So, as always, be brilliant, and I'll talk to you soon.